So the Google Pixel Fold came out. We talked about it, covered it in a couple videos now. It's a couple. But the real competition to look at for the Google Pixel Fold is not the Galaxy Z Fold 5. Z Fold 5 is going to be coming out later in the year. It's going to be coming out and will announce in July and actually coming out in August. But it's going to, based on benchmarks, be a lot better than the Google Pixel. Reason why is because it's going to have Snapdragon Gen 3 processor versus the old processor of the Google Pixel Fold, which is the Tensor G2 chip. Now, if it had a G3 chip, we would be talking about the Google Pixel Fold and the Galaxy Z Fold 5, but because it's not coming out with the Tensor G3 chip, you kind of can't compare the two phones. The Z Fold 5 will be more powerful in every way than the Google Pixel Fold, but again, the reason why you're buying the Google Pixel Fold is because of the fact that it has, again, a beautiful outside display that's a lot bigger than the Galaxy Z Fold 5, and it also, of course, is, in my opinion, looks so much better. I'm just being biased here. It looks so much better. So, but for power-wise, if you want the most powerful foldable phone in the market, I would suggest waiting for the Z Fold 5. But right now, at this moment in time, you have two options for foldable phones. You can pre-order the Pixel Fold or buy the Z Fold 4 right now at this moment in time. Now, the two options really are very similar price tag-wise. Z Fold, Google Pixel is going to be $1,800. Well, Z Fold 4 is $1,800 if you buy from Samsung, but mostly every other retail site will give you around $1,500. They're discounted to $1,500. So you can usually buy brand new for $1,500, while you can buy it in the secondhand market for around $1,100. So it's a little bit cheaper than the Google Pixel Fold, but on paper, very similar. We have a Snapdragon Gen 1 processor on the Galaxy Z Fold 4, while on the Pixel Fold, we have, of course, a Tensor G2 chip. Very similar power-wise. Both 12 gigabytes of RAM, both really optimized for user experiences. They both have a 7.6-inch inside display, while the Pixel Fold utilizes OLED. The Z Fold 4 utilizes AMOLED. So, again, like I said, I know some people, when they look at AMOLED versus OLED, they're like, oh, I can tell a complete difference. I can't personally. They all look the same to me, but there's a difference there. For weight, the 10 ounces that the Google Pixel Fold weighs versus the 9.27 ounces the Galaxy Z Fold 4 weighs. We have Android 13 on the Google Pixel Fold and Android 13 on the Galaxy Z Fold 4 5G. For cameras, we have a 48 megapixel main, 10.8 megapixel ultra wide, 10.8 megapixel telephoto, and the inner display camera inside is an 8 megapixels. Versus, of course, a 50, a 12, and a 10, and then the 4 inside, which is quite disappointing. We also have a 10 at the front display, and then we have a 9.5 for the Google Pixel Fold. Both of them can capture 4K quality. Both of them have 12 gigabytes of RAM. You can get up to a terabyte of storage options for the Galaxy Z Fold 4, while for the Google Pixel Fold, it's gonna take me a while to get used to saying that, by the way, because I'm just so used to saying the Galaxy Z Fold 5. Google Pixel Fold, it's going to be 256 and 512. Expandable options is a no for both of them. Battery wise, the Pixel Fold has 400 milliamps more battery, which is nice. Also, both of them have wireless charging, NFC. I'm not sure about waterproofness. We haven't heard much about waterproofness for the Pixel Fold. And you guys can tell me down below. I did not see if it got an IP rating yet. But fingerprint sensors on the side, USB-C, like always, 5G, all that kind of great stuff. And again, like I said before, yes, if you want to buy it right now, technically the MSRP is exactly the same for both units. But the Fold 4, you can usually find it for a lot cheaper. I mean, if you buy it for $1,800, you're pretty much a schmuck at this point. You could buy this phone for $1,500, $1,100 on the secondhand market. It's pretty much out there at any price tag you can think of. So, should you buy the Pixel Fold or go with the Galaxy Z Fold 4? My personal opinion is, because again, like I said before, you can get the Z Fold 4 for a lot cheaper than the Pixel Fold. I mean, you can get the Z Fold 4 on eBay probably for like $1,100, $1,200, maybe even cheaper than that, depending. And like, for example, if you get like with a certain carrier, so like for example, if you have Verizon and you buy a Verizon model, you could probably get it even for like $900. Me personally, again, like I said, I love the Pixel Fold and everything it stands for. That's why I'm kind of becoming a fanboy of the actual phone. The outside display is so much better than the Z Fold series with how big it is and how usable it is. The inside display, while it's the same size, it's more pushed in correctly. I gotta go with the Google Pixel Fold here. And if you are like a Z Fold user and you're obviously excited or you don't want to go with Google Pixel Fold, I can see the argument why you go with Z Fold 5. But to go with Z Fold 4 here, I just really would not go with it. I would actually, surprisingly enough, prefer going to Z Fold 3 and just save the money. And then if you want to eventually get a Z Fold 5, get a Z Fold 5. Or you could get a Z Fold 3 and then trade it in for like $700 if, let's say, you get it for cheaper than that and get a Pixel Fold for cheaper than you could actually already get it for. I don't know. Z Fold series, I love it. I really do love it. But when I look at this Pixel Fold, I know it's not as powerful as Z Fold 5. I get that. I don't know. I can't get away from it at this point. But that might be because I already invested $1,800 into the phone. That might be bias speaking, because I've already invested $1,800 pre-ordering this phone and a watch. You get two things. So that might just be biased. But at the end of the day, again, like I said, it does come down to user preference. I had no issues using Z Fold 4's outside display, even though it is thin. It's thin and tall. I have no issue with it, but there are some people who absolutely hate it. So if you're thinking about buying a Z Fold 4 here, make sure you go to like Best Buy or some other store that has these phones, maybe Verizon, and test it out for yourself, because you're probably going to be heavily surprised how you might like it or you might hate it. At least the Pixel Fold, you don't have to worry about that. You're going to get a candy bar cell phone on the outside with a foldable display on the inside. So you're going to get the best of both worlds, while you're going to have to sacrifice with the Z Fold 4. I had no issue with it, but some people have really bad issues with it. Tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. I'll see you guys next one. Peace out.